I'm hoping that we are all doing fine. So, welcome to today's section. We're going to revise Moi Girls High School Eldoret mathematics paper, and we are going to measure on section 2. So, it is 50 marks. We are told to answer only five questions from this section, the space provided. But for us, we are going to answer all the questions. So, we begin with question 17. Tab A can fill a tank in 3 times faster than tab B and takes 28 minutes less than tab B to fill the tank. Both tabs were open simultaneously for 7.2 minutes. Determine the fraction of the tank that was still empty at the end of the 7.2 minutes. So, we are told that tab A can fill a tank 3 times faster than tab B. So, if A takes X minutes. So tab B will be X plus 28. Since you're told that tab A can fill a tank 3 times faster than tab B and takes 28 minutes less than tab B to fill the tank. So this one means that 1 over X should be equal to 3 times 1 over X plus 28. So since the question says that tab A can fill a tank 3 times, so this is 3 times than tab B and takes 28 minutes less than tab B to fill the tank. Both tabs were open simultaneously for 7.2 minutes. So this one, we can find the value of X. This one becomes 1 over X is equal to 3 out of X plus 28. So this one is 3x is equal to x plus 28. Upon solving that one, find that 2x is equal to 28. So our x will get us 14. So having obtained the value of x, we can now find b. Tab A takes 14 minutes. So it means that tab B will take x plus 28. So that one will be 14 plus 28, which will be equal to 42 minutes. So what is the fraction of the tank that will be filled in 1 minute? So will take fraction filled in 1 minute. So we'll take both the rate of A plus the rate of B. So it will be 1 over 14 plus 1 out of 42, which will give us 2 out of 21. So therefore, in this one is per minute. In 7.2 minutes, it will be 2 out of 21 times 7.2, which will get 24 out of 35. Not 24, 2.4 out of 35. So the remaining fraction will be 1 minus 24 out of 35, which will be equal to 11 out of 35. So that is the determine the fraction of the tank that was still empty at the end of the 7.2 minutes. So in 7.2 minutes, the tank was 24 out of 35. So the remaining fraction will be 1 minus 24 out of 35, which is 11 out of 35. So question B, we asked tap A was later opened along to completely fill the tank. Determine the time it took tap A to fill the remaining fraction of the tank. So tap A takes 14 minutes to fill the tank. So in 1 minute, it will take 1 out of 14. It will fill up 1 out of 14 of the tank. So what about the 11 out of 35 that is left? So we cross multiply. So it will be 1 times 11 out of 35, then you multiply by 14 out of 1. So which becomes 4 minutes 24 seconds, which is just equal to 2 out of 5 minutes. So the question was tap A was later opened alone to completely fill the tank. Determine the time it took tap A to fill the remaining fraction of the tank. So we know that tap A takes 14 minutes to fill the tank. So in 1 minute, it will fill 1 over 14 out of the tank. So what about the fraction that remained unfilled, and it was 11 out of 35. So we asked ourselves that question. So it will be 1 minute times 11 out of 35 times the reciprocal of 1 out of 14, which is 14 over 1. Upon multiplying 31, we get 4 minutes 24 seconds. So we go to question C. The two taps A and B are operated by different proprietors. Water from the full tank was sold for 15,750. The money was shared between the two proprietors in the ratio of the quantity of water supplied by each. Determine the amount of money received by the proprietor of tank A. So we have to find the total time taken by each. So we start by the total time taken by tap A. So it will be 7.2 minutes because they first filled the 7.2 minutes together plus the 4 plus 4, 2 over 5, which is the same as 2.4. So upon adding that one, you get 11.6 minutes. So tap A worked for 11.6 minutes. So fraction of the tank filled by tap A would be equal to, now 1 out of 14, because tap A in 1 minute it fills 1 out of 14. So in 11.6, it means that it is 1 out of 14 you multiply by 11.6. So that one we get 29 out of 35. So amount received by proprietor A should be equal to its fraction that is 29 out of 35 We multiply by the total amount of money that was there, that is 15,750. Upon multiplying that one, we get 13,050 shillings. So that is the amount of money received by the proprietor of tank A. So we go to the next question. So you already have the 10 marks. Out of 50 marks, you have 10, so you are remaining with 40 marks. Go to number 18. The fifth and tenth terms of an arithmetic progression, that is AP, are 60 and 45 respectively. Find the common difference and the first term. So this question requires you to understand the knowledge of arithmetic progression. You have to know that you have to know that any term in the AP is given by A plus N minus 1 multiplied by the common difference D. So the fifth term will be equal to A plus our N is 5. So 5 minus 1, that is 4. Our D, assuming to D, should be equal to 60. Our tenth term should be equal to A plus N minus 1. Our N is 10. So 9 times our common difference, that is D, should be equal to 45. So since this one are simultaneous equations, we can decide to solve them. So we subtract 60 minus 45, we get 15. 4D minus 9D, we get negative 5D is equal to 15. So our D is equal to negative 3. So, but A plus 4D is equal to 60. So A plus 4 into negative 3 is equal to 60. So A minus 12 is equal to 60 is equal to 60. So A is equal to 60 plus 12, which is equal to 72. Therefore, the common difference is equal to negative 3, and the first term A is equal to 72. So out of the 10 marks of this question, you have 3, so you are remaining with 7 of them, which are very simple to obtain them. Part B of the question, determine the least number of terms of the AP which must be added together so that the sum of the progression is negative. Hence, find the sum. So we know overall that the sum of n terms in an AP is equal to n is given by n out of 2 into brackets 2a plus n minus 1 multiply by d. So sum of n terms in an arithmetic progression is given by n over 2 into 2a plus n minus 1d. So this one should give you where n is 0. So we solve it. N out of 2 so we already have our A. Our A is 72 and our common difference D is negative 3. So what we don't have is N, where sum should be negative. So So n out of 2, 2 times a, and our a is 72, plus n minus 1. We don't know what is our n. Then d, our d is negative 3. So this one means that should be equal to 0. So this sum should give you we told that determine the least number of terms of the AP which must be added together so that the sum of the progression is negative. So should be less than 0. So multiply by 2, so we'll have n out of 2. This is 144 plus 3, then minus n be greater than 0. So should be equal to n out of 2, then 147 minus n be greater than 0. So multiply by 2 out, so we'll have 147n minus n squared should be greater than 0. So which is equal to sorry, we had this, we had a 3 here. Sorry for the arithmetic error that has just occurred. So this one, the sum of the n terms here should be negative, so should be less than 0. So we get that we don't know what is our n, so n out of 2 into our a is 72, so 2 times 72 plus n minus 1, and our d is negative 3, so should be less than 0. So this one becomes n out of 2, 72 times 2 is 144, now minus 3n plus 3 is less than 0. So should be equal to n out of 2 into 144 plus 1 plus 3 is 147 minus 3n should be less than 0. So this one is equal to multiply by 2, so this one becomes 147n minus 3n squared should be less than 0. So we can factor out n, so n like that, we have 147 minus 3n is less than 0. So either n is less than 0 or 147. So we take 3n on the other side. So our n divided by 3, divided by 3. So n, so we have 49. So our n should be less than 49. So therefore our n is 49. 49 plus 1, so that we get 50. So the number of times here that when we do it, we get a negative sum is 50 times. So from there, so n should, this one means that n should be greater than 49. So the only possible n that is greater than 49 is 50. Therefore, n should be equal to 50. Therefore, we have 50 terms that will give a negative progression. From there, we go to part C. The fifth and the 10th terms of the AP above form the first two consecutive terms of a GP. Determine the sixth term of the GP. So, we know the formula of AP, nth term. You know that it is given by A plus N minus 1, then times D. Well, that one of our GP is given by A, then R, N minus 1. So, the fifth term of an AP should be equal to first term of an AP. First term of GP. That is what we are told. So we also told that 10th term of an AP should form, note that they form two consecutive, so forms the second term of a GP. So fifth term of an AP is the same as A plus 4D. Should be equal to first term of a GP is A. So 10th term, so 10th term of the AP. So this one, the fifth term of the AP, we had our A as 72 plus 4, and our common difference was -3. So it should be 72 minus 12, which gives you 60. So this one is our A in GP. So the second term in GP is equal to the 10th term, and the 10th term is given by A plus 9D, which is equal to our A is 72, then we had 9, our common difference is -3. So upon adding that one, it gives you 45. So the second term is 45. So we have 60, 45. So therefore, in our case means that common ratio R is equal to 60, is equal to 45 divided by 60, whereby we will get 0.75. So, and our A is 60. So, sixth term should be equal to A R n minus 1, where n is 6. So, it is 6 minus 1, which gives you 5. So, we'll get 60 times R, where our R is 0.75, 10 power 5, which gives us 14.2383. So that is the sixth term of the AP. So you now have your 10 marks. From there, you can go to the next question. That is number 19. The table below shows the values of x and some values of y. For the curve, y is equal to x cubed minus 7x plus 6. In the range, x is greater than or equal to -3, or x is less than or equal to 3. So we are told to complete the table by filling in the missing values of y. So that one, we have y is equal to x cubed minus 10x plus 6. So you have the first one when x is -3. So our y will be equal to -3 cubed minus 7x, and our x is -3, 10 plus 6. So this one gives us -27 plus 21, 10 plus 6. So that one gives us 0. So here we have 0. The next one means that it is x cubed, where our x is -2, 10 cubed minus 7 into -2, 10 plus 6. So that one gives us 12. So here we have 12. The next one means that it is -1 cubed is -1 cubed minus 7, -1, 10 plus 6. So that one gives us also 12. So there we also have 12. So next one, we have 0, where values of x is 0. So we have 0 cubed minus 7 into 0, 10 plus 6. So that one we have our y as 6. So there our y is 6. So the next one we have when our value of x is 1. So we have 1 cubed minus 7 into 1, 10 plus 6. So there our value obtain it as 0. So we have 0 there. So the next one we have our x is 2. So y will be equal to 2 cubed minus 7 into 2, 10 plus 6. So our y we obtain it as another 0. So we go when our x is 3. So it will be 3 cubed minus 7 into 3, 10 plus 6. So our y there will be 12. So we have 12 there. Upon completing that table, you already have 2 marks out of 10. So you are remaining with 8 marks. Let's get deep into the question and find the remaining 8 marks. So question part B, on the grid provided, draw the graph of y is equal to x cubed y is equal to x cubed minus 7x plus 6 for the range from range where x is -3 up to where x is +3. So we start x -3, then y 0, x -3, y 0. So we start it there. This is the coordinates. The next one we have -2, 12, -2, 12. We had it there. Next we have -1, 12. We have -1, 12. Sorry. So the next one we have 0, 6. We have 0, +6, 0, +6. So we have it there. The next one we have 1, 0. 1, 0, we have it there. The next one we have 2, 0. 2, 0, we have it there. The next one, we have 312. 312. We have 3 there, then 12. It is there. It is there, that is 312. So we were told to on the grid provided draw the graph of. So since you are through with plotting, you can now draw the graph. So we start from -3, 0. So the graph will be like this one. So that is the graph. So we already have our 3 marks for drawing the graph. So that is the curve. From there, we go to question part C. Use your graph to estimate the roots of the following. So we have x Roman 1, x cubed minus 7x minus 6 is equal to 0. So we compare it with our curve, which was y is equal to our curve. We've drawn a curve of y is equal to x cubed minus 7x. It was x cubed minus 7x plus 6. So this one is 0 is equal to x cubed minus 7x minus 6. So we solve them. So we minus, so 6 minus, we have 6 minus negative 6 gives us positive 12. So this one minus that one is 0. This one minus that one is 0. So we have y is equal to 12. So now go to where our line, our curve cuts at y is equal to 12. So this is our x-axis, this is our y-axis. So upon looking where our curve cuts y is equal to 12, we'll find that it is here. So our x will be equal to -1. We also have for -1 and x is equal to anywhere that where we have to look where y is 12. So another one is that one where y is 12, x will be 3. So these are the points that we consider, this one and this one. So the next one, you can still look at whatever you had drawn. We also have, it was -1, -2, and +2. So you can also confirm on the table where your y is 12. So when our y was 12, we have -2, -1, and also +3. So that is the value of x. As you can also see from the graph, when our y is 12, our x is -1, another one is -2, another one is +3. So we solve the second one. that is Roman 2. So we compare this one with our equation. So ours was y is equal to x cubed minus 7x plus 6. This one is equal to 0, is equal to negative x cubed plus 8x minus 2. So this one, we add them. So this one plus this one, we get positive 4. This one plus this one, we have positive x. There we have plus. So this one plus this one, we have a 0. So y is equal to x plus 4. Now we have to draw that line where y is equal to x plus 4. So y is equal to x plus 4. We have x there, y. So we can decide to begin when x is 0, our y will be 4. When x is 1, our y will be 5. When x is 2, our y will be 7. And when our x is 3, our y will be, this is 6, sorry, because it is 2 plus 4, that is 6. So when our x is 3, y will be equal to 3 plus 4, which gives us 7. So let's go on the plot so that we can see where that curve cuts that line. So 0, 4, we have 0, 4, that is it. Next one we have 1, 5, 1, 5 will lie somewhere there. So next we have 2, 6, we have 2, 10, 6. Next one we have 3, 7, we have 3, 10, 7. So let's draw that straight line and see where it cuts our curve. So we have it like that. So we have to look where the values of x, where that line cuts the curve. So our x, and we have to obtain 3 values. So our x will be equal to, the first one is here. So it is negative 2.9. Sorry, so we can continue. So we go to the next point. The other one is here. So that is the same as 0. Our x is also 0.2. We go to the last one, x is equal to this point. That is the same as 2.7. So that one, just look where the curve cuts that one. So you already have the points. So from there, we go to part D. By drawing a tangent, estimate the gradient of the curve y is equal to x cubed minus 7x plus 6 at x is equal to negative 2. So we go where x is equal to negative 2, then we draw a tangent. So it's this one. So we have to draw a tangent here. So this is it. Let's draw a tangent. That is the tangent. So we have to find the equation of that line. So we find any two coordinates. For example, we decide to take a -2, 12, -2, 12, and any other two exact points. We have -3, then this is the same as -3, 11. So -3, 11. So gradient is given by change in y over change in x. So should be equal to 11 minus 12 out of -3 minus -2. So this one should be equal to 1 out of so this is -1 out of a -3, -3 plus 2, which is -1. So that one gives us 1. So gradient that x is equal to -2 is 1. So that you have already harvested your 10 marks. You can go to the next question. That is question number 20. So question number 20, the table below shows monthly income tax rates for a certain year. We have monthly taxable income in Kenya shillings, then we have rate of tax in percent in each shillings, then 0 to 10,165 of 10%. Then an employee earns a monthly basic salary of X Kenya shillings and is entitled to a house allowance of 10,480 shillings per month. The employee is also entitled to a monthly personal relief of 1,162. His employer deducts 6,075.75 Kenya shillings as income tax per month. Calculate the monthly gross tax. So we are trying to calculate the monthly gross tax. And the monthly gross tax, we are only going to take the money that is deducted plus the relief. So it will be 6,075.75. We had the personal relief that is 1,162. Upon adding that one, we get 7,237.75. So that is the monthly gross tax or the monthly total tax that the employee is taxed. So we go to part B, calculate his taxable income per month. So you're told that from 0 to 10,165 is taxed 10%. So we have to begin with the first one. First, 10,165 is multiplied with 10%, so it's the same as 10,165 multiplied by 0.1, which gives you 1,016.50. The second one, we have to take this one, we subtract this one, plus 1. So 19,740 minus 10,166 will have 10 plus 1 will have 9,575. So we are told that it is taxed, the employee is taxed 15%. So it is 9,575. We multiply by 0.15, whereby our answer will be 1,436.25. So we go to the third one. Third one will be 29,316 minus 19,741, 10 plus 1. Upon doing that one, you get 9,576. So is taxed 20%. So you multiply it with 20%, which is the same as 0.2. So we will get 1,915.20. So we go to the fourth one for the band. So the fourth band is the same as the third one, so it is 9,576. Which is whereby in the fourth band is taxed 25%. So it will be 9,576 times 0.25, which is our 25%, whereby we'll have 2,394. So the remainder, that is y, will be equal to y times, we are told that on the over 38,892 is tax 30%. So it will be times 0.3, which is equal to 475 0.80. So upon adding these ones, we find that our answer is 7,237.75. So most of you asking how we have obtained this our 475.80. So we added these ones, then we have subtracted to his total taxable income per month, which is 7,237.75. That's why we have obtained 475.80. So it's the same as 0.3y is equal to this one. So it's taxable income. So you have to find the value of y. We know that 0.3y should give you 475.80. So our y will be equal to 475.80 divided by 0.3 out of 0.3 out of 0.3. So upon dividing that one, we get 1,586. Therefore, taxable income should be equal to we had all of them. We have to add from the top. So it is 10,165 plus 9,575 plus twice 9,576 so we continue. We have 9,576 twice the idea. Then we had our value of y, which was 1,586. Upon adding that one, we get our answer is 40,000. We are sorry for the technical challenges that we are passing through. So you have to bear with the situation. So upon adding that one, this one gives you 40,478 Kenya shillings. So that one is taxable income per month. So we are told to find the value of X. So an employee earns a base salary of X shillings. So since he is only entitled to a 1 allowance, and you know that taxable income is given by basic salary plus allowances plus total allowances. So our taxable income is 40,478 should be equal to our basic salary. It is X. We are given it. We have it here as our basic salary. We have taxable income is 40,478 should be equal to X plus our allowance, and is only entitled to one house allowance, that is house allowance of 10,480. It means that our X should be equal to 40,478 minus 10,480, whereby we have our answer is 29,998 Kenya shillings. So by doing that, you go away with your 10 marks, which are very simple to obtain them. So from there, we go to the next number. That is number 21. Number 21, a bag contains 6 red, 4 white, and 5 blue balls. 2 balls are drawn at random from the bag, one at a time without replacement. Represent this information in a tree diagram. So we are told to represent this information in a tree diagram. This one requires to be well familiar with the knowledge of probability. So We have 6 red, 4 white, and 5 blue. So you can draw it like this. We have red there. We have white. We have blue. So total is 6 plus 4 plus 5. So that is 15. So red one is 6 out of 15. White, we have 4 out of 15. Then blue ones, we have 5 out of 15. So we are told that 2 balls are drawn at random from the bag, one at a time without replacement. So we have that one, red, white, blue. So begin with this one. So we begin with the first one. What if he picks red? So since it is without replacement, in the first there were 6 reds, so there will be 5 of them. But now remember it is out of 14. So white ones, they will remain the way they were. That is 4 out of 14. Blue ones, they will remain 5, but it is out of 14. So go to the white ones. This is red, blue, red, white, blue. So remember that red one, this one is going to pick a white one. So when he picks a white one, the probability of picking a white will be 3 out of 14 because he's picking the replacement. Red ones remains to be 6 out of 14. Then that one of picking a blue one will be 5 out of 14. Go to lastly, the picking the blue ones. This is red, white, we have blue. So here he has to pick the blue one. So since we have 5 of them, so when he picks one, they will mean 4. It is not of 14 because it's a picked one. White ones, they would mean still 4 out of 14. Red ones, they would be 6 out of 14. So this one is the probability of picking a red in the second time, red, white. This is red, blue. This is white, red. This is white, white. This is white, blue. This is blue, red. This is blue, white. And this is blue, blue. So that is the question that we are asked to do, to represent the information in a tree diagram, and that is it. You already have 2 marks. Go to part B. Use the tree diagram to find the probability that the second ball drawn is red. So the probability that the second ball drawn is red, we have it is either red, this one, or white red, this one, or blue red, this one. So it is either red, it is either it picks red on the first time, repeats it on the second time, or white, red, or blue, red. The first one he picks blue and the second one he picks a red. So this one in probability or means we add. So what's the probability of picking a red, red? So it is 6 out of 15 multiplied by 5 out of 14. 6 out of 15 times 5 out of 14 plus what is the probability of picking white and red? White and red is 4 out of 15 times 6 out of 14. We have 4 out of 15 times 6 out of 14. Blue red, we have 5 out of 15 we multiply by 6 out of 14. So here we'll have our final answer is 110 out of to 10, which gives us 11 out of 21. Therefore, our final answer is 11 out of 21. Not sorry. Cornered that one gives you 84 out of 210. When you simplify, it gives you 2 out of 7. So our final answer here is 2 out of 7. So we have to go to the next one. That is Roman 2. The two balls are of the same color. The probability that the two balls of the same color. So it is either he picks a red on the first time and red on the second time, or white on the first time and white on the second time, or blue on the first time and blue on the second time. So probability of picking a red is 6. So we have probability of picking red or blue or white. So this one becomes the probability of picking a red is 6 out of 15 times 5 out of 14. You have 6 out of 15, we multiply by 5 out of 14. Probability of picking a blue on the first time and a blue on the second time is 5 out of 15 times 4 out of 14. 5 out of 15 times 4 out of 14. Then white. Bit of picking white on the first time and white on the second time is 4 out of 15 and 3 out of 14. We have 4 out of 15 times 3 out of 14. So that one gives us so that one gives us sorry, inconveniences. So we have 6 out of 15 times 5 out of 14, then plus 5 out of 15 times 4 out of 14 plus 4 out of 15 times 3 out of 14. So that one gives us 62 out of 210, which is just equal to 31 out of 105. We need simplified. So that is 2 marks. So we have the probability where no white ball is drawn. So we don't have any white. It is either he picks this one, or either he picks this one, or this one, or this one. So we have 4 ways whereby you cannot pick white, so it is red or red blue, red or red blue, or blue red or blue. So the probability of picking a red is 6 out of 15 times 5 out of 14 plus red blue. Red blue is 6 out of 15 times 5 out of 14. 6 out of 15 times 5 out of 14. Then plus blue red. Blue red is here, so it is 5 out of 15 times 6 out of 14. 5 out of 15 times 6 out of 14. Then we have the probability of picking a blue one and the second one a blue one. So it is 5 out of 15 times 4 out of 14. Yeah, 5 out of 15 times 4 out of 14. So upon adding that one, it gives you 110 out of 210, which is just equal to 11 out of 21. So that's the probability that no white ball is drawn. So finally, at least one ball is blue, where at least one ball is blue. So at least one ball is blue. At least one ball is blue. So we have this one. This one ball is blue. That one, or this one, or this one, or this one, or both are blue. So it is red blue or white blue. This red blue or white blue or blue red or blue red or blue blue. So that one gives you red blue is 6 out of 15 times 5 out of 14 plus white blue is 4 out of 15 times 5 out of 14. Blue red is 5 out of 15 times 6 out of 14. Blue blue is 5 out of 15 times 4 out of 14. So that one gives us 120 out of 210, which is the same as 12 out of 21, which gives us 4 out of 7. So by doing that one, you have your full 10 marks. So you can go to the next question. That is number 22. This one, by the look of things, it requires the knowledge of vectors from 3 work. So we start. In the figure below, OP is P and OQ is Q. R is the midpoint of PQ and OM is to MQ is equal to 2 is to 3. OR and PM intersect at X. So you have to feed that information first of all. OP is vector P. OQ is vector Q. OQ is vector Q. R is the midpoint of PQ. Sorry. So note that R is the midpoint of PQ and OM is to MQ is equal to 2 is to 3. So we have R as the midpoint of PQ. So that ratio means that here is 1 is to 1, total being 2. So, and OM is to M, Q is to 2 is to 3. So there is 2 is to 3. OR and PM intersect at X. So you can go to the questions. So question A, express the following vectors in terms of P and Q. The first one is OR. OR means that OR is the same as, we can say, to pass through OP plus PR. So PR is half of PQ, as you can see. So PQ itself is the same as, PQ is the same as negative P plus Q. You have negative P plus Q. It is just Q minus P. So PR should be equal to half Q minus half P. So that is PR. So our OR will be equal to OP. OP is P plus half P half P so OR will be equal to OP plus PR, where our OP is P plus half Q minus half P, which gives us half Q plus half P. So that is the value of OR. From there, we go to the next one, PM. The value of PM, we may design to pass through PO plus OM. So PM should be equal to PO plus OM. So PO is negative P plus OM is 2 out of 3 OQ, and our OQ is Q. So we have that one. So this one is the same as 2 out of 3 Q minus P. So that is solution of PM. From there, we go to the next one. If PX is equal to TPM and OX is equal to S or R, find the values of S and T. So if PX, so PX is equal to TPM, and PM we have it here as 2 out of 3 Q minus P. So this one becomes 2 out of 3 TQ minus 2 minus TP. That is our equation 1. So we have to write PX in 2 terms. So another PX we can decide that in order to obtain PX, we pass through PO plus OX. PX should be equal to PO plus OX. So our PO is P plus OX. So it should be equal to P plus OX. So our OX is S, then our OR. our OR would obtain it as half Q plus half P. So this one gives us, this is negative since it is coming this way. So it becomes negative P plus S out of 2Q plus S out of 2P. So that is our equation 2. So having that one, since the two of them are px, so we can equate the two, can equate this one and this one. So 2 out of 3 tq minus tp is equal to negative p plus s out of 2q plus 5 out of 2p. So we can decide to take the ones with q. So we'll have 2 out of 3 tq is equal to 5 out of 2q. So upon equating the two, we'll have, we have 2 out of 3. We can cancel the q. So 2 out of 3t is equal to 5 out of 2. So it means that our t this is s, not 5. So our s should be equal to, we decide to multiply here by 2, then here by 2, so that we can obtain the value of s. So our s should be equal to 4 out of, sorry, this should have been 5, be equal to 4 out of 5t. So sorry, somewhere we have arithmetic errors. We are here whereby we had equated the two equations, 2 out of 3t. It is 2 out of 5, not 2 out of 3. Two out of 5 tq minus tp is equal to negative p plus 5 out of 2q plus 5 out of plus s out of 2p. So we equate 2 out of 5 tq to be equal to s out of 2q. So when you cancel the two q's, we remain with 2 out of 5t is equal to s out of 2. So since we want the value of s, we'll have our s as 4 out of 5t. So we have 31. So we can take the other ones. The other ones are negative tp is equal to negative p plus s out of 2p. So our p, So negative TP should be equal to P. So sorry. Let's take it from there. This was 2 out of this should be 2 out of 3, not 2 out of 5. 2 out of 3 TQ minus TP is equal to negative P plus S out of 2Q plus S out of 2P. So we first of all equate the ones with P. So we'll have a negative TP is equal to, so we have to factor out P here. So it will be P into so we'll have negative 1 here, then plus S out of 2. So it means that, and the other one was 2 out of 5 TQ, not to this TQ is equal to 5 to S out of 2Q. So therefore 2T out of 5 is equal to S out of 2. So our S should be equal to 4 out of 5T. So we had our negative TP as S out of 2 minus 1 into P. So therefore negative T should be equal to S minus 1 out of 2. So T should be equal to 1 minus S out of 2. So S should be equal to 4 out of 5, then into T, whereby our T is 1 minus S out of 2. So our S should be equal to 4 out of 5 minus 2S out of 5. So this one means that 7. So we take 2S of 5 on the other side, and this one becomes 7 out of 5S is equal to 4 out of 5. So our S becomes 4 out of 7. And our T was 1 minus 4 out of 7, then into 1 over 2. So our T becomes 5 out of 7. So we already have the values of S and the values of T. We have the last bit of the question, show that O, X, and R are collinear. So we're given that OX was equal to OX, we thought that OX is TPM. So our OX is T, whereby our T is 4 out of 7 OR. So this one means that they are parallel. So where O is a common point. Therefore, OX and R are collinear. That was the question from vectors, 10 marks. So from there, we go to the next one. That is number 23. The figure below represents cuboid A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. M is the midpoint of AD. AB is 50 centimeters, AD is 30 centimeters, and BG is 20 centimeters. So the figure below represents cuboid A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. M is the midpoint of AD. So this is our cuboid ABC. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. M is the midpoint of AD. This is our M. It's here is the midpoint of AD. AB is 50 centimeters. AB is 50 centimeters. AD, AD is 30 centimeters. And BG is 20 centimeters. Calculate correct to one decimal place the length BE. The length BE, this one, so the length of BE will have to use, first of all, we'll be expected to calculate the length of BD. So we're expected to find this one. You're expected to calculate the length of BE, it is 3 marks. So let's draw it. That is what we have to find. That one, we have to find the length of BD so that we can use Pythagoras theorem. Since here it is 90 degrees, so we know from here to up to here is 20, but don't know where from DB is what. So our DB will be equal, we have to use Pythagoras theorem of 30 and 50. So it will be the square root of 30 squared plus 50 squared, which will give us 10 root 34. So our BE will be equal to, so this is 10 root 34. So our BE will be the square root of 10 root 34 squared plus 20 squared. So which gives you 10 root 38, which is just the same as 61.6441403. Since I told to write it into one decimal place, write it as 61.6, then correct one decimal place. You have it like that. We go to part B of the question. So you already have your 3 marks out of 10. So you are remaining with 7 marks. Let's get deep into the questions and come up with the remaining 7 marks. So you have part B of the question. Calculate to one decimal place the angle between line AF, that line, and plane ABCD and plane ABCD. So that one, we have this one. We have this one as CA, then we have F here. So we have CF, we have CF and CA. This line here, CA. So the angle that we're going to calculate is this one. The angle between line AFA and the plane ABCD. So since here is 10 root 34 and FC is 20. So when we look at the relationship between the theta, that is our angle, and 20 and 10 root 34, we find that considering SOHCAHTOA, we'll have, this is tangent, tan theta should be equal to opposite, where opposite is 20 out of adjacent, and adjacent is 10 to 34. So our theta will be equal to inverse of 20 out of 10 root 34, which gives us which gives us 18.9 degrees. That is correct to 1 decimal place. So we go to the part to question part C. The angle between planes ABFE and ABCD. So you're told the angle between ABFE, ABFE, and plane ABCD, and the downward ABCD. So that one, it means that we have to consider this triangle. We have to consider this triangle so that we can calculate that angle. So the down one is our plane ABCD, the other one is ABFE. So here we have that 30. This is our angle of concern. Here we have 20. So directly that one means that tan theta should be equal to 20 out of 30. So theta should be equal to tan inverse of 20 out of 30, which is equal to which is equal to 33.7 degrees. That is correct to 1 decimal place. So we go to the last bit of the question. The angle between the line MC and the line FG. So the line MC, where is it? Line MC. So from here up to here, and line FG and line FG. So FG is this one. So we want the angle that is between that line. So FG is the same as CB. So we have to draw that small triangle, and it will be like this. We have point D there. We have point M there. We have point C. Then we have 50 centimeters. We have 15 centimeters there. Then we have our theta. So this one is tan theta should be equal to 15 out of 50. So theta should be equal to tan inverse of 15 out of 50, whereby that one gives you 16.69924423. So the required angle should be 90 minus 16.69924423, which gives you 73.30075577, which is the same as 73.3, correct to 1 decimal place. So having done that one, you go with your 10 marks. Very happy. So we go to the last question of the paper. So the data below shows the masses in kilograms of 50 calves in a dairy farm. We have mass in kilograms. So we have number of calves. So the data below shows the masses in kgs of 50 calves in a dairy farm. Determine the value of X. So this one means that whenever we had the number of calves should be equal to 50. So we'll have x plus 2x plus 16 plus 4x plus 8 plus 4 plus 1 should give you 50. So this is 7x plus 29 should be equal to 50. So it means that you are, so 7x should be equal to 21. So x is equal to 3. So that is our two marks. Very simple. From there, we go to the question B. On the grid provided, draw a cumulative frequency curve for the data. So we have to fill in. This is cumulative frequency, CF. So this x was 3. 2x is the same as 6. So 4 times 3 is 12. So this one is 6. This is 9. This is 25. This is 37. This is 45. This is 49. And this is 50. So you can draw it. Cumulative frequency on the grid provided, draw a cumulative frequency curve for the data. So we have to make the boundary. So from there, it means that this one was, there was something to 24. So it is 24 plus 25 divided by 2, which gives us 24.5. This is 34.5, whereby we are taking 34 plus 35 divided by 2, whereby we get 34.5. We have 44 plus 45 divided by 2, whereby we'll have 44.5. We have 54 plus 55 divided by 2, whereby we'll have 54.5. We'll have 64 plus 65 divided by 2, whereby we'll have 64.5, 74.5, 84.5, and 94.5. So this one we have to use the column for cumulative frequency and the class boundaries. So we'll have the mass in our x-axis, that is in kilograms. Then here we have our CF, that is our cumulative frequency. So we can use a scale of 2 centimeters to represent 10 kilograms. So if here we have our 24.5, we'll have 34.5 there. We'll have 44.5. We'll have 54.5. We'll have 64.5, 74.5, 84.5, and then 94.5. So this is 10, 20, 30, 40. We have 50. This is your x-axis. This is your y-axis. So having that one, we can draw it. So the first one, we have 24.5 against 0. So we have it there. So we have 34.5 against 3. So this is 5. So 34.5. So this is 1. So this is 5. So we have one, two, three. So 3 will be there. The next one, we have 44.5 against 44.5 against 9. 44.5 against 9 will be there. We have 54.5. 54.5 against 25. 4.5 against 25. So it will be there. So we shall continue from there from our next class because the pen is not in good condition. We are sorry for the inconveniences that has been caused. Uh, have to rectify in our next class. Thank you very much for watching. I'm wishing you all the best in your forthcoming examinations. Ascend your grades successfully. Thank you.